team that really has a buzz back in the program for the first time in a long time. If they're going to get that road win, it would have to take a terrific effort for the face-off man. Alec Stathakis will have to have a big day. 60% on the season a year ago, going against Logan Callahan in the home white. Now the 2024 college lacrosse season is underway. A beautiful day, new turf, and a terrific battle between two teams with increased expectations. It's Denver that starts with the opening possession. What's the key for the Pios today, Quinn?
Player on this roster scores right-handed.
What a homecoming it is for Tortolani to open the season. Logan Callahan wins it back for the Blue Jays.
Tortolani, the talent level, the movement, the scheme, and the skill off the chart lighted up this year. Watching their scrimmage last week against UMBC, I thought the talent level, the movement, the scheme, and the skill off the charts. This is going to be a fun group to watch.
2 minutes into the season, 2 goals, 2 possessions, 2 goals. Does having all that talent return?
It's always a special moment. They'll grab that ball, put it in the Hopkins training kit, and present it to Chauvette in the locker room after the game.
One of 2 talented freshmen that Peter Milliman expects to make a difference in the midfield this year.
Them create some matchups and win those matchups on the perimeter, which has opened up things inside.
And Johns Hopkins has now won 4 straight faceoffs. They've had the ball since the 14:02 mark. Denver scored the first goal of this game and hasn't touched it since until right now. His offense has had to wait a long time. Johns Hopkins has piled on 3 straight goals to grab early momentum here.
Hopkins being really aggressive off this restart as Denver's finisher inside. Large and in charge for sure. I talked to Coach Tierney this week, who's working on his book. He's written about 100 pages, and he's only up to 1981. He was telling me this incredible story about when he played at Cortland, and they had a playoff win at Navy, and Bill Belichick was at the game. Belichick with a hamstring injury. If he were a stock, I'm buying.
You might not be alone after that goal. The ball given to Denver. 3 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. Off the restart, quick strike. A.J. Mercurio, the pole, getting in on the act. He can push it in transition and did so there.
The big man from Reno, Nevada. From face-off win to sniff this out at the top of the box, a pump and go down the alley. And that's exactly what head coach Matt Brown told us. He said, we're going to be more aggressive in the middle of the field, more aggressive on restarts and face-off wins. I love to see it.
And another face-off win for the Pios. They scored in 12 seconds off the last face-off win. That's a lot faster than they're used to going.
Does a good job popping from the crease into space, and it's too easy for the Jays.
Hopkins has a lot of guys, plenty of quality depth that have cannons in the midfield. Peshko's one of them. And
a school that's won 9 NCAA titles and 44 national titles dating back to 1883. I think the question marks will come in the middle of the field and on defense. But you're seeing so far that this offense is going to be electric, one of the top in the country. Fun to watch.
Enjoys fly fishing, surfing, and beating goalkeepers all over the country.
Part of the California contingent on this Pios roster. It's a franchise that's done well in the 3 Cs, Canada, Colorado, and California. But now they're spreading out. I mean, they got guys from so many states. It's really beautiful.
And Matt Brown telling us that has motivated this group of returners. Remember, they return 100% of their goals from that 2023 team. Silstrop had 36 of them, like you mentioned.
Go back last year, they beat North Carolina. They beat Ohio State. They beat Villanova in the Big East semifinals. And at that stage, you're kind of feeling pretty good. But it's an uncommon relationship already between veteran and freshman. Know that he's got his back towards you, and that defender can't see that. It's an uncommon relationship already between veteran and freshman.
Angelus, we knew, was a great passer, 44 assists a year.
Down low, opens up the top portion of the goal. That's all she wrote.
How about this for your freshman debut? 3 shots, 3 goals. At Homewood Field in a top-ranked matchup, and Denver continues to kill themselves.
Career, he got pretty sick. He got salmonella and mono during the summer camp circuit, but kept working on his shot. Kept working on his shot in the backyard with his dad, who played for Air Force and was a pilot. And man, he has had quite a career. Could have entered the professional world, Jay, but he chose to come back, and now he's been a 2-time captain. Into the heart and the teeth of that defense. That's the it factor.
The crafty Canadian. His dad, the coach of the Vancouver Warriors. It's a long battle. Look at this face-off battle between Callahan and Stathakis, and finally the Blue Jays come away with it. First face-off win for Johns Hopkins after Denver had won the last 5.
Yeah, but that's a little misguided. He takes it inside, and you're seeing genuine emotion here in the first weekend in February, and it is fantastic.
Lacrosse is back, and we have enjoyed such a treat in this first half. 2 teams that have plenty of stars and delivered really an entertaining first half of lacrosse to start the season.
These are good teams. These are, I mean, you get a sense from watching 30 minutes. The Hopkins offense is going to be electric this year. And Denver already, you can just tell.
Played to his best in that first half. Still had the slight edge, 9-7, although misleading because a lot of those resulted in immediate turnovers. He can go on a run where they can play make it, take it in this third quarter. But credit Logan Callahan, who's made life difficult for him, although lost it there.
Yeah, good luck statting that one.
Mercurio got a clean shot off, but denied by Erlin.
Snapshot is able to beat Cleveland.
2 goals, 2 assists today for the 5th-year senior Jacob Angelus. Denver a face-off win. They're going to have to stack a few of these in a row as this game starts to separate.
Full job dictating his angle.
Stathakis and Callahan continue to battle at the face-off X. Stathakis trying to chase it down. Still loose. Degnan finally comes up with it. That's a big ground ball. Halts any momentum Denver was trying to build here in the third quarter.
Back in 2022, and the rise of the historic Blue Jay program.
We've seen how good Johns Hopkins has looked today. An 11-7 lead midway through the third. A team with increased expectations, and so far they've lived up to them. To beat Erlin, who's really heated up in this second half. It's going to take a lot to beat him. Got the placement just right. 8 minutes to go. 3-goal game. Stathakis, a big face-off win for Denver. The Pioneers have only had bench. Matt Brown making his debut as head coach, taking over for Bill Tierney. Has his team within striking distance, down 2 with 5:15 to play. Ground ball won by Scott Smith, a big one for Johns Hopkins. Pioneers way more aggressive right now, really pressing out, bringing that pressure.
Extend him, And Peshko, who I believe had 16 goals last year, 16 goals in 2022. Man, that's one of the biggest of his career.
Angelis had the assist. That's 3 goals, 3 assists for him, teeing up Peshko. Hopkins' first goal.
Handed.
Timeout, Hopkins.
Brett Martin is actually on attack right now for Hopkins, and he'll flip-flop with the Fogo if they lose this draw. I think Denver wants to get the ball and either call timeout right away or sub quickly their extra man personnel.
Stathakis, so reliable at the
defense, circular passing, and finally a crevice emerges on the far side. Hopkins, for whatever reason, gets a little too condensed, a little packed tight, and Silstrop from mid-range.
And now back to the face-off X. Logan Callahan and Alec Stathakis, who have battled all afternoon. This one the biggest by far. And Hopkins has it. But they almost give it away there. Push. Blue Jays ball. 33 seconds left. Just have to kill the clock and hang on to this 1-goal lead.
10-man ride for Denver. They pull the goalie.
That ball over the head of Scott Smith. He somehow bats it in play, but it falls to Denver. 20 seconds for the Pioneers. They elect not to take a timeout. And now they do. Maps, Denver has 2. Hopkins only has 1, Patrick Deans. So it's a huge advantage for Stathakis. Casey Wilson comes over, trying to pry the ground ball, and he missed it. Big break for Hopkins.
Now playing a little keep away here. Denver's going to try to press out. They got the extra man. That was a really nice face-off work by Logan Callahan. He basically dive bombed on the ball just to try to make it a 50-50. You know, muck it up for as long as he could. How do you approach this if you're Denver?